Pops, great to see you back here. Your first appearance since returning to the club on Tuesday night. How did you enjoy that against Southend?
Yeah, massively enjoyed it. It was nice to be back out there, back at Roots Hall. I thought the team played some really good football. Probably guilty of not putting them away earlier, but I think it was a real professional performance in the end, and more importantly, big 3 points.
Yeah, I know we spoke a little bit when you signed on Monday/Tuesday, but tell us, what was it about wanting to come back to Southend United that really appealed to you?
I think there's a variety of things. Obviously, being living in the area still for the last 5 years was a big pull. The staff, the club. The club wants to go on an upward trajectory. And the opportunity to be part of that. The staff keen to bring me in and get me back to my best, and that's something I want to be doing as well. The group clearly been playing some good football, and so it had all the sort of the right ingredients, if you like, and I wanted to be a part of that.
And I suppose you're joining at a different time as well for the football club, whereas beforehand it was a different time, slightly sort of harder time, but now you feel like it's a good environment and a good club that's hopefully moving in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when I was here previously, it was, like you say, it was a bit turbulent at times. I still enjoyed it. I felt like I played some of my best football here. So those sort of memories are sort of almost what I want to revisit and get back to my best as well. But like you say, the club's in a better place, sort of off the pitch, and so this, like I say, the opportunity to be to build on that, something that I was keen to do.
And a couple of the lads that are still around that you would have played with, Ralphie's still here when you were here as well, and JD, although he was a player then, he's now on the coaching team, so a bit of familiarity in that as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The conversations I've had with Jason prior to coming here were sort of pivotal in that as well. Obviously he knows the club probably better than most people. Ralphie, like I say, he was here when I was last here, and he's still going strong. The familiar faces always help coming into a club, not just the playing staff, but people around the club as well. So, hopefully we'll make that transition a lot smoother coming back here, and I'll be able to then find my feet quicker onto the pitch as well.
Let's look ahead to Saturday then. FA Trophy action again at Roots Hall, and we're in a sort of a good place at the moment. 5 wins in our last 6 games.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We want to keep building on that. Keep improving performances. We sort of set our standard, as a group over the last sort of 5, 6 games. So we want to keep building on that. It's an important competition. So yeah, we have to attack it, all our principles, and try and do as many of the right things as possible to go and get a good result.
And opposition from a few leagues below us, so important that we do everything as we normally would, remain focused and don't take them lightly.
No, absolutely. Regardless of the team, it shouldn't change our approach. The approach will be the same, I'm sure. The message will be clear from the staff. We will have to go and play at our best and put on a good performance to go and get a good result.
Cheers, Tom.
Thank you.
Tom, did you get any stick off the Colchester lads for moving to an Essex rival?
Not too much from the boys. Like I say, they've actually handled it really well as a group and at Colchester, and like I said, they knew the opportunity for me to come back here was a big one, and they were sort of allowed it, if you like.
What do you think are the main things that you can bring to this Southend team?
Obviously a bit of experience. I haven't played now a while. Help the boys in any way I can. I want to go and produce the goals again as well. That's something I want to get back to doing. Playing as a striker, being a high press. So the team wants to play, so I can add to that as well, I'm sure. Just be really positive on the pitch, and and help out where I can.
The team could have scored 6 or 7 goals against Southend on Tuesday night. Is it a concern that maybe some of those chances went begging, or does it not really matter when you're keeping clean sheets like the side are at the moment?
No, I think it'd be a concern if we weren't creating the chances. As a striker, you want to see the chances are there. So that's the best thing. And, you've got to be in those positions as a striker. Whether you miss or score, you've got to be in there. So that would be the message to the boys, is keep in those positions. And as long as we keep creating chances, then it should bode well.
It's 3 games to go until Wembley now in the FA Trophy. Do you think that far ahead, or is it very much one game at a time?
Yeah, I don't think you can think that far ahead. We have to fully focus on Sittingbourne on Saturday. Respect them massively, and like I say, as long as we go and do what we do best, then it'll put us in a good place to progress.
They are the lowest ranked team still in the competition. Does that add a bit of extra pressure in a way?
I guess, if you like, you can look at it that way. I think for us, we have to treat every team the same. We put a lot of focus on how we want to go about it. I'm sure there'll be pressure from outside, and there's always pressure on a game of football. You always want to go out and win. So that message will be no different.
The squad's in quite a healthy place now. Do you enjoy that competition for places?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think competition for places brings the best out of everyone. You're allowed to then push each other on the training pitch day in, day out, and that will only lead to sort of better performances on a match day and consistency as well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Did you always think you'd come back to Southend at some point? Because it was spoken about so many times, it seemed. Did you always think it would, or hoped it would, or how did you do it? I guess you never know in football.
Yeah, football's a strange world, so you could sort of never say never. I left under a bit of a cloud last time, so I was always in the back of my head of like, it would be nice, and part of me hoped it would one day. Didn't know when that would be. But yeah, no, Southend's a club I followed still since I left. And as I say, living in the area still. So when the opportunity was there and it was right, it was the right time for everyone. It was an opportunity I couldn't turn down.
Yeah, because when you did leave first time around, it was strange, wasn't it? And it wasn't really sort of your decision as such, was it?
Yeah, it was. Like I said, it was a strange time of the club for everyone involved. But we're moving forward now. We're looking ahead. And I think as a club, that's where we want to go. We want to be on that upward trajectory, and so we can only look forward now.
Has much changed since you've been away?
Like I said just before this, there's been a bit of pain here and there, which is pleasantly surprising. So no, it's not too much, but stuff that's changed is for the positive, that's for sure. So it's definitely good to be back.
And if you've already played for the club, do you have to do a song again, or how does it work on that front?
Good question. I'll have to ask Ralphie that, actually. I'm sure I might get stitched up at some point.